You're watching the news. I'm Shreya Upadhyaya. On debate number 1 tonight, we'll be talking about what's been happening in West Bengal. Ladies and gentlemen, even as that horrific crime has taken place inside a law college, the Trinamool Congress is busy making misogynistic remarks and fighting within themselves. On debate number 2 tonight, we'll be talking about how the Aam Aadmi Party has made a symbolic statement, something that they say is democratic and symbolic, and that is ghirawing the Prime Minister's residence and putting a kabza on it. What does it mean? How's the BJP reacting? And where does this leave the politics of the national capital? We'll decode this for you tonight. But first, let's talk about what's been happening in West Bengal. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 days have passed since a first-year college student was gang raped by 3 people in Kolkata. A horrific incident that has left all of us numb. The brutality and the monstrosity of the crime was narrated by the survivor in her complaint with the police. She was not just raped, but she was terrorized. The girl cried, she begged for mercy, even fell at the feet of the accused, asking him to leave. But they did not. In her own words, she said, "I lay there like a dead body, waiting for him to finish, while the other 2 watched me getting raped." The mastermind of this bone-chilling crime, ladies and gentlemen, is Manojit Mishra, former student of the same college and ex-president of the Trinamool Congress youth unit in the same institution. He, along with 2 other present students, have been arrested by the police. The investigation team has collected the DNA sample of the survivor as well as the 3 accused, and they will be forensically tested to establish evidence. Now, the SIT of 5 members has been expanded to 9, and they have collected the clothes that Manojit wore during the crime, and they have been sent for testing. Now, if this horrific crime reminds you of the sickening mindset of some people in our society, then wait till you hear our leaders, our politicians, of what they have to say. Trinamool Congress MP Kalyan Banerjee, who is already facing fire for shaming the survivor, has crossed all boundaries of shame while targeting his party colleague Mahua Moitra. Responding to Mahua's criticism that misogyny is prevalent in all parties, Kalyan Banerjee resorted to personal attacks. He attacked her marriage, to her honeymoon, to her character.
Mahua Moitra has come back to India after one month, 30 days, 15 days, after completing her honeymoon. And after coming back to India, she has started to fight against me. She is saying now that I am anti-lady, anti-woman. She has charged it. What she is? What is she? She has broken a family of a 40 years marriage and married a guy of 65 years.
Now, Kalyan Banerjee's outburst came after TMC distanced itself from his and MLA Madan Mitra's comments that blamed the survivor for this horrific crime. The party has issued a show-cause notice to the MLA, asking him to explain his comments within 3 days.
প্রাক্তনরা ঢুকলো কি করে? তাদের সঙ্গে নিঃসন্দেহে প্রাক্তনরা যখন ঢোকে তখন সেই নিঃসন্দেহে কিছু লিঙ্ক আছে। প্রাক্তনও আর যাই হোক, সে তো ছাত্র, সে তো পুরুষ। সেই পুরুষদের বিরুদ্ধে কেন মহিলারা লড়ছে না? জায়গায় কি পুলিশ দাঁড়িয়ে থাকবে? আপনারা বলছেন যে প্রতিটা ইনস্টিটিউশনে পুলিশ দাঁড়িয়ে থাকবে, এটা তো হয় না। তাহলে যারা ঘুরছে, যাদের সঙ্গে ঘুরছে, তাদেরও ঠিক করা উচিত কাদের সঙ্গে ঘুরছে, কাদের সঙ্গে ঘুরছে না।
कस्बा की घटना से एक मैसेज आ गया पूरा लड़की लोग, पूरा स्टूडेंट लोगों को पास, कि अगर आपको किसी जान पहचान ने बुलाए तो जिस दिन कॉलेज बंद है, परीक्षा चल रहा है, आपको यूनिट की कुछ बनाएगा तो आप मत जाइए, इसमें आपको भला नहीं होगा। वो लड़की अगर नहीं जाता तो ये घटना नहीं घटते थे। अगर जाने का टाइम लड़की किसी को बता के जाते थे, 2 सहेलियां लेके जाते थे, ये नहीं घटते।
Meanwhile, BJP leaders led by State Party Chief Shukanto Majumdar were detained by the cops during protests against the TMC government. They were released only earlier today, But they continue to demand the resignation of the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, claiming law and order has completely. BJP Bengal unit has also called for a mega rally tomorrow to gherao the Vidhan Sabha over crimes against women in the state.
देखिए, प्रोटेस्ट करने पर हमें जिस तरीके से गिरफ्तार किया गया, उसके बाद पुलिस हमें छोड़ने के लिए बोले थे बेल बॉन्ड पे साइन करके। हमने इसका विरोध किया और पूरी रात लाल बाजार में हमने बिना साइन किए हमने रात वहां पे रहा। देखिए, एक महीने में 4 बार गिरफ्तार करे, 10 बार गिरफ्तार करे, बंगाल के लिए अगर 1000 बार गिरफ्तार करने की जरूरत हो, होने की जरूरत हो तो 1000 बार गिरफ्तार।
एक के बाद एक टीएमसी के नेता बेतुके बयान देकर बलात्कारी को बचाने का और पीड़िता पर ही, विक्टिम को ही शेम करने का काम कर रहे हैं। कल्याण बनर्जी ने बोला कि क्लासमेट का रेप करेगा तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं। दूसरा बयान भी आ चुका है मदन मित्रा का। वो कहते हैं कि लड़की वहां जाती ही नहीं तो बलात्कार होता ही नहीं। बेटी की सुरक्षा और बेटी बचाओ पर ध्यान देने के बदले बलात्कारी बचाओ चल रहा है।
All right, let me welcome my guests on the show. Sanju Verma of the BJP. She's the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Joining us, Barrister Kabir Shankar Bose, political analyst, Professor Manojit Mandal, political analyst, as well as Tausif Ahmed Khan, lawyer and political analyst. They're all joining us. Good evening, namaskar. Tausif Ahmed Khan, can I begin with you and understand from you, at a time when the entire country is shocked by the kind of horrific crime that has taken place in Kolkata and looking for answers, the Trinamool Congress leaders are busy making sexist, misogynist remarks as well as fighting within themselves. Why?
No, I don't agree to what you have said. It's the BJP who's trying to play politics and blame Mamata Banerjee government for everything. And in response to that, Trinamool leaders, they have responded by saying that this is a menace in the society. The perverts are there everywhere, and sick-minded pervert people resort to a heinous crime such as rape. And for this, very rightly, Mamata Banerjee in 2024 passed a law in the assembly, passed a bill, Aparajita bill, which seeks amendment in the BNSS. Recently passed law by the Modi government, where that rape in certain cases the rapist must be punished with death penalty, which is missing in BNSS.
BJP said that if the survivor didn't go there, this crime wouldn't have happened. Has the BJP called Mahua Moitra out for her marriage and questioned her character? Is this the BJP's remarks or your own party leaders or Kalyan Banerjee's remarks?
No, 2 seconds of clip out of the 10 minutes interview you take and you misrepresent it in media. That makes no sense. If you are catching on to the 2-second slip, a 3-sentence, then you have to go through the entire 10 minutes interview and then say what was the intention of what Mr. Mitra said or what Mr. Banerjee said. Be that as it may, the fact is that the Kolkata police acted swiftly. Within 24 hours, arrests were made.
No, okay, Sanjay
They are
Verma,
under police
respond to
remand.
what
Kolkata
Tausif
police
is
is doing completing the building a watertight case so that they get a.
Shreya, I did not heckle Tausif.
Tausif,
we
let's
heard
listen
you.
into Sanju.
Thank you. Shreya, let me make one thing very clear. Mamata Banerjee is the chief minister. Mamata Banerjee is the home minister. Law and order under the 7th schedule of the constitution is a state subject. So Mamata Banerjee has failed both as the home minister and as the chief minister. Point number 1. Point number 2. There is a repeat pattern. You look at the 2012 Park Street gang rape of Suzette Jordan. Mamata Banerjee said, "Hua to hua." Women who go out clubbing, partying, going to discotheques and having multiple boyfriends, they invite trouble for themselves. So what if she was gang raped? Look at 2022, the Hansa Khali gang rape of a 14-year-old. The prime accused was a TMC MLA's son. Again, Mamata Banerjee said, who knows, maybe the girl was having a fight, making a rape complaint. The girl died under miserable circumstances. Again, the attitude was hua to hua. We are all aware of the 2024 Arjikar rape and murder of a 31-year-old resident doctor. And Shreya, you would be aware of the fact that the principal of Arjikar, a man called Sandeep Ghosh, he was actually promoted by Mamata Banerjee after that heinous crime as the principal of Calcutta National Medical College. It was only after the Supreme Court intervened that Sandeep Ghosh was sent on leave, and he's out on bail today. He's not been declared innocent. And the same pattern we've seen in 2025 in the Kasba gangrape. Let me finish. I did not interject you. My last point. Manojit Mishra is a repeat offender. And very quickly for your audience, they need to listen to this. Within a year of joining college, in 2013, he stabbed a fellow student. No action was taken because he's close to TMC bigwigs. In 2017, he sexually assaulted a fellow classmate. Again, no action was taken. And in 2022, Shreya, he actually sexually assaulted a woman within the Kasba police station premises. Again, no action taken. So I'm not surprised that he was emboldened. What shocks me is that South Kolkata Law College is a reputed one. This 24-year-old was raped for more than 4 hours. She was taken to the students' union room. She was taken to the washroom. She was taken to the guards' room. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
She was there from 4:30 to 10 p.m. Imagine the horror. She was beaten up with a hockey stick. She was filmed. She was blackmailed. थोड़ी शर्म नहीं बची है ममता बनर्जी में. She is again blaming, XYZ, refusing to take responsibility.
Sanjay, you've made your point, and before I get Tausif to respond to you, let me get in Professor Manojit Mondal into this. Professor Mondal, this is something that is being seen case after case, that the accused in the in such horrific crimes have some sort of link with the Trinamool Congress and the state government.
I think the TMC has categorically stated that this particular person had no link since 2022 with the party or the students' wing of the party. This press conference was very much there. Nonetheless, you had to do politics. The fact that the Kolkata police acted swiftly, the fact that even if you are talking about these two MLAs and MPs,
no, Professor
the
Mondal,
party
how
has
is it politics when you've got a Kalyan Banerjee saying that the girl should have checked whom she was going out with? You're questioning your own party leader, Mahua Moitra. Fine, you can have political differences, you can have ideological differences, but to have these below-the-belt remarks at a woman leader of your own party, what does it say about you?
If you want to have a sane debate on this menace, please do not disturb, as you not disturbing.
This is a very sane debate, Professor Mondal, because we are asking very sane questions. These are logical questions that any right-minded person would ask.
You can ask 10 questions, but you have to have the patience to listen to the answers, madam. You can't interject me every 10 seconds and you ask questions, right? Kalyan Banerjee, he was admonished by the party. The party, despite the fact that he is one of the senior most MPs, he is the chief whip of the parliament, the party has not approved his comment. Mr. Madan Mitra has been show-caused by the party. What have you done in case of Manipur, the case that happened in Banaras University? Yogi Adityanath, the chief minister, Mr. Home Minister Amit Shah, what have you done? Look at the way the TMC acted. Please, don't nod your hand. Don't nod your hand. I know what you are talking about. Only the Kolkata police acted within 12
Professor
hours.
Mondal, you made your point. Let Barrister Bose respond to you. Sanju Verma, I'll come to you first. Let's get in Barrister Bose. Okay, Barrister Bose, respond. Could you please unmute yourself, Barrister Bose?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. Now we can hear you.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Thanks, Shreya. Shreya, a ghastly crime has taken place in West Bengal. A ghastly crime. And West Bengal is a state under the leadership of Mamata Banerjee, which is repeatedly seeing horrendous offenses against women. Horrendous offenses time and again. Number one. Number two, what makes it worse is, after such a crime comes to public, most of the time there is an attempt to hush it up. But once it is in public, what makes it worse is MPs like Kalyan Banerjee and MLAs like Mahua Moitra coming out in public, making sarcastic and completely feminist, and it's like outraging their modesty, making comments against women, saying that they shouldn't have gone there. If a friend is raping a friend, how can we give security? This is very, very unfortunate. It makes things worse when public is out there, and there's a young girl, she's a first-year student. It's like their daughters, our sisters. Shouldn't we all stand in solidarity instead of making comments and making things worse?
Can I rebut?
Okay. Tausif, before I let you respond to all the charges against the Trinamool Congress today, and Sanju would agree with me, we are tired. As women, we are tired of being told what to do, how to be, whom to go out with. Not a word for the men by Kalyan Banerjee, where a woman leader of your own party calls out the misogyny, you start attacking her personally. What does it have to do with Mahua Moitra's marriage? Sanju and I and people here across the country can differ, but you cannot go so low where you're personally attacking a woman leader of your own party.
Exactly.
Can I rebut?
Well, you see, they both are senior parliamentarians. I do not really have anything to comment on the comment that Mr. Banerjee has made against Mahua Moitra. If Mr. Banerjee has spoken made any false statement, Mahua Moitra has all the right to take him to court. Be that as it may, I am asking a very simple question. You said that in the 10 minutes of interview, Mr. Kalyan Banerjee did not speak a word against man. That is false. That is a lie. Mr. Kalyan Banerjee is said that who has committed the crime? The pervert men have committed the crime. We as a society have to fight this menace. He was on the line that this is not a time where you can do a BJP versus Trinamool. Mr. Barrister Bose is an adversary of Mr. Kalyan Banerjee. He fought an election against him. So what do you expect him to come in TV and say something which is contributive to the cause? No, he's going to come and rant.
If you've spoken about the pervert men, you should have stopped there, right? You should have put a full stop to your statement there. Why did you go ahead giving out guidelines to the woman survivor? Sanju Verma, respond to Tausif.
Can I come in?
Thank you.
Come in?
Shreya, Tausif initially started by saying we should not politicize this, and I thought he would make sense. But I think he again strayed from the path that he stated he would follow. I've been listening to this Aparajita bill in the last 48 hours. Aparajita bill was passed in September 2024 by the Mamata Banerjee government. But do you know something? It is still not a law. And in a press conference yesterday, when the Women and Child Development Minister of Bengal, Shashi Panja, was asked, why has it still not become a law, despite tom-tomming about it? She was lacking any concrete answers. There was nothing concrete coming forth from her end. And I'll tell you why. The Governor C.V. Ananda Bose asked Mamata Banerjee for a technical report on Aparajita bill, simply driven by hubris. She refused to submit that report, and that is the reason that bill is still lying in limbo. Point number one. Very quickly, point number two. Everybody says, oh, the police took quick action. Do you know something? Who was the police commissioner of Kolkata during the Arjikar rape and murder? It was a man called Vineet Goyal. Vineet Goyal was, taken off duty, and Shreya, you'll be surprised to know, he was not suspended. He was actually made the ADG of Special Task Force. So incompetence is rewarded by the Mamata Banerjee government, not meritocracy. And my final point is this. The Modi government gave 2,375 crores to Mamata Banerjee. Did she set up a single POXO court? Did she set up a single fast-track court? Today, the Modi government has set up 1,023 POXO courts, 406 e-POXO courts, and 747 fast-track courts. Mamata Banerjee has set up only 2 courts, despite having so much of resources under her belt, thanks to the Modi government. And finally, Tausif, this is not my data. Shreya, just 10 seconds. NCRB says in 2021, 1.69 lakh sexual assault cases against women from West Bengal. 2022, 2.87 lakh sexual assault cases from Bengal. And 2023, 3.29 lakh sexual assault cases from Bengal. That's Mamata Banerjee's Pathetic track record.
Okay, Professor Mondal, you wanted to make a point. Go ahead.
What is the track?
I'm amazed by the amount of time that you are giving to your friend, and just I'm amazed. But nonetheless, I mean, if you
I will give you enough time as well to make your point. Please go ahead.
People can understand, madam, what you are doing. You know, this lady is shamefully lying about the fast track courts in Bengal. There are 32 fast track courts. There are 10 Pokso courts. You do not know about anything. What have you done in Manipur? Still people are suffering. Hang on. You will be disturbed. You're lecturing about etiquette. Please do not disturb me. Enough of this.
Okay,
politics.
Sanju Verma made your point. Let him respond.
This person called Kartik, who is apparently called Maharaj, how shamefully he was given Padrasi. He is charged of rape. Very soon he is going to be arrested. What have you done to this Kartik Maharaj? Are you going to take the Padrasi off him? Here, the Kolkata police acted. His CBI could not punish your culprit. And Mr. Bose, you know what you are. You are related to Mr. Kalyan Banerjee. You fought against Mr. Kalyan Banerjee. Despite that, I tell you, Kalyan Banerjee's comment was disapproved by the party. Categorically disapproved. Right? And please do not talk about women's issue. Do not, you at least. I know what you are. I don't want to expose you on TV. That's my courtesy. Do not talk about women's issue. Fact remains that the Trinamool Congress acted even against Mahua Moitra. He was choked by the party. What the BJP do? Kartik, he calls Maharaj a shameful person, raped a person inside the ashram. Nothing has been done to him. What about Benares Hindu University? The person was the woman was gang raped. This person was shown with the Prime Minister. And last but not the least, Manipur people. The people were paraded naked. Nothing was done. You're lecturing about women's safety. Here the case was taken up by the Kolkata police and action was taken and action will be taken. I promise.
Barrister Bose, you want to respond? Go ahead.
I'll just quickly say something. Monojit Mandal, I don't know where you get that fake accent of yours, but we are on a debate on women issues. Don't make it trivial. Women's safety is an issue in West Bengal. Don't make it trivial. Mamata Banerjee has time and again said Shajano Golpo, made up story. When she doesn't come into the picture and says that, she gets her MPs and MLAs to trivialize this. The misogyny that is given out in public, that is given out in public, these kind of issues cannot be trivialized. Women need safety in West Bengal. There is no justice here. Their own cadres, the Trinamool cadres are involved in this. We are repeatedly seeing this. What is the Chief Minister doing? Is there a single statement from the Chief Minister or the Trinamool Congress Party? No, there is not. This is unfortunate.
Professor Mondal, let Barrister Bose speak.
She should step down.
You've made your point. Okay. Sanju Verma, go ahead.
Thank you. Shreya, I think you made a very interesting point as women. We've always grown up listening to, maybe the length of her skirt was very short. Maybe she wore a very dark-colored, inviting red lipstick. Maybe she should have not have ordered chow mein. Maybe she should have stuck to dal bhat. I have heard absurd comments. But this is not about the men folk alone. This is about state-sponsored brutality. It has not happened once. It happened in 2012 Park Street. It happened in 2022 to a 14-year-old Hansa Khali rape victim. It happened in 2024 to a young resident doctor. It has happened yet again in 2025. And what does Mamata Banerjee do? She goes ahead and arrests Union Minister Shukanta Majumdar. That he was later released is not the point. My simple point is, why is it that Home Department to somebody so that there's a full-fledged Home Minister who can look at lawlessness which is running amok on the streets of Bengal?
Okay.
Somebody has been mentioning Manipur. My limited point is this. There was not a Hindu woman, because you people say we are Islamophobic. There was a Muslim woman who was paraded naked in Jalpaiguri. Hundreds of Dalit Hindu women were gang raped in Sandesh Khali by Mamata Banerjee's erstwhile confidant, a man called Shahjahan Sheikh, who was protected for 62 days. After the Kolkata High Court intervened, the Supreme Court intervened, Shah Jahan Sheikh was forced to surrender. Mamata Banerjee has mollycoddled lawless elements.
Okay.
Manojit Mishra with Shah Jahan
Okay,
Sheikh.
let Tausif respond to you, Sanju Verma.
Is allowing Sanju
Tausif,
to
go
speak
ahead.
her lies. No. Sanju has a very bad habit of every day coming on TV and repeating lies again and again. It's her habit. The moment she opens her mouth, only lies she tells. She is not going to talk about when BJP took out a protest march against Kulbhushan Singh or Sandeep Sengar or what BJP has done against Kartik Maharaj. There is an allegation, there is a police complaint from a woman in the ashram that Kartik Maharaj has been sexually assaulting him. But BJP is giving protection to him because Kartik Maharaj, BJP is giving all the protection. BJP has given Padma Bhushan to Kartik Maharaj, who is accused of sexual assault. What does Sanju have to say about it? Sanju will have say not a single word against that person, because Sanju has not been given a brief noting on that. Sanju will speak only what the BJP media cell tells her to say. She does not speak from her own mind. She has no conscience at all. She only comes on TV and tells lies.
On national television and standing in solidarity with rapists, and you call yourself a lawyer, your license should be revoked. You call yourself a lawyer, you're standing in solidarity.
You stand in solidarity with rapists. You are a woman. You should be shamed. You should die in shame. A woman like you is a blot on all the women of the city. You are supporting a rapist like Kartik Maharaj. You are supporting a rapist like Kulbhushan Singh.
No, look, Tausif.
Sandeep Singh.
Tausif and Sanju, you've both made your points. Let's not get personal here. Let's not make personal remarks, because this entire debate was about people making personal remarks about each other when the actual focus should be on women's safety, on law and order in West Bengal. And that is something for the current government, that is of the Trinamool Congress government, to think about, to act upon. I have paucity of time. I have to leave it here. Sanju Verma, Tausif Khan, Professor Mandar and Barrister Bose, thank you very much to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, this debate can go on and on. This political war of words will go on and on. But the moot matter is that women's safety has to be the biggest priority right now in the state of West Bengal. We're heading in for a short break. Debate number 2 on what Aam Aadmi Party